By the end of the video, you will have 3 months worth of strategy that will help you become a consistent content creator and blow up on Instagram or another platform in fall 2025 without burning out. Hi, my name is Ari. I create authentic content that brings up to 45k followers per post, and it's so nice to meet you. Welcome to our creative co-working space. It's your safe place to grow online without burning out, and I'm about to become your social media co-worker bestie. Today we'll cover just how to build 3 months worth of content easily by following a clear strategy to become a content creator consistently and authentically without the pressure or stress. We'll look at picking the right platforms, refreshing your branding, actually working on your strategy, content planning, and the execution. So grab your coffee, matcha, or water bottle, and let's get to work. The very first thing to figure out is where you want to show up. You can give 100% to every single platform out there, especially if you're juggling work, studies, family at the same time as content creation. This fall, let's not stretch ourselves too thin because we still want to enjoy creating content. The platforms that you want to commit to, for example, I'm going to focus on YouTube, then Instagram, and then I might also look into growing on LinkedIn. I don't know, but I'm completely dropping the idea of growing on TikTok because truthfully, I am never on TikTok myself, so it's just not for me, and it's okay. Now that we settled with the platforms, let's focus on rebranding for this fall season. And when I say rebranding, I don't just mean the fonts, the colors, all of the actual branding of your company, but also your why, your what, and you. The beginning of a new quarter and a new season is a great moment to actually look deeper into your strategy. Your why is your mission. It's about why you're showing up online. What is it that drives you to do this? What do you want to achieve for yourself and for your audience? Your who is your target persona or your target audience. Basically, it's the person that you're going to talk to. And I'm saying the person because it has to be a very defined portrait. Who are you speaking to? What do they love? What do they do? What difficulties do they have? And how can your content help them? What is about your core topics? Pick between 2 and 3 topics. Defining those topics is not only going to help you be more consistent, but will also help you grow the audience and attract the people that are going to stay there for you. I'm going to go into more details about this next week, so make sure to watch that episode. So now let's actually discuss your branding, because fall is an amazing moment to actually switch some things up. If you've been wanting to change your color palette or the fonts you're using or the objects you're using in your videos, this is the moment to do that. As always, Pinterest or just screenshots from social media is a great way to start, to just kind of find the vibe that you're going for. Question here is what makes you you, and how does this amazing season of fall work with that? Maybe it's your matcha latte in your favorite cup, maybe it's your cat that always walks in the background of your videos, maybe it's your nails, your favorite fall cardigan, or a catchphrase that you say at the end of every video. It could also be emojis that you use all the time, or the way you format your captions. Those little details become your attributes and help your brand become extremely recognizable by your followers. I'd love to go deeper into branding because it's a subject that I love so much. So if you're interested, please let me know and I'll make a whole video just about this. As for today, let's recap. You absolutely need to work on your why, your who, and your what, and you need to introduce some attributes into your videos so that your brand and your personality could be easily recognizable by your followers. So that's the foundation, and now with that in mind, we're going to look into strategy, but don't put your notes away just yet because we're going to come back to everything we've just discussed in a minute. Now let's look into strategy, and here's where everything clicks. I want you to do this exercise once and you will see how it will make your life as a content creator so much easier this fall. Pick 2 to 3 topics that you're going to focus on this quarter and look at them through 2 different angles. The first angle is audience-centered and the second one is your story-centered. So audience-centered content is more about your audience and about giving some general tips, basically attracting new people to your page. Give some advice, some answers to their problems, basically be there for them. While your story-centered content is more about what you've learned along the way. This kind of content is not only going to make you look more human, but it is also going to nurture your relationship with the followers that you already have. So when you plan content with both angles in mind, you create a balance. You attract new people to your page, you catch their attention, and you also show who you are, what your journey has been like, and that's what makes them stay and potentially buy from you. I want you to be careful with one thing though. Both angles should be value driven, and the content you create for both of those should also be personal, should have your personal tone of voice should have your values kind of visible, but your language and the content types that you make depending on the angle could vary. Just think about it. If you're going on a networking event where you don't know anyone, you're not going to use the same language that you would use with your girlies that are there for you every day, that already know what's going on in your life. I'm going to give you my personal example just to illustrate. So my why is I help people start creating content consistently by building an easy to follow strategy so they can feel seen, build a business, and live life to the fullest without burning out. My who is people who either haven't ever posted but really see a lot of potential in going on socials, or people who have been posting but are not consistent and don't really know what works and doesn't work, who feel stuck and can't find their style. There's a lot more detail about the who. I could literally make an hour-long episode, so if you're interested, let me know and I'll make it happen. And my what has 3 main core subjects, which is social media strategy, building vision, and authenticity. Now let's go on with strategy. While I'm continuing with my example, we're going to start talking about content planning, and I'm going to have to look into my notes a little bit more often in here. So I told you not to put your notes away. Now we have to get back to your why, your who, and your what. And we're going to pick themes on which you're going to focus during this quarter. You can have a theme per week. You can have 3 themes a month, 4 themes a month. You can use 3 themes throughout this fall. It's literally whatever feels right to you. I'm going to stick to 3 themes per month. It's just something I'm more comfortable with. Those themes always come from your strategy, and I have a little tip, something that I found very helpful. I often recycle themes because there's always more to say and our angle always changes in a matter of months. So I started to keep an archive of themes, and it comes in really handy. Depending on how many themes you want to choose this quarter, let's plan your content. I'm going to continue with my example for you to have some support. The 3 themes that I pick are becoming a consistent creator, creating good content quickly, and finding your unique social media style. So depending on how many themes you want to have, let's plan your content. I'm going to add a table on the screen in here. So if you're listening to a podcast, I'm going to explain everything that's going on, don't be worried. Basically, it's a simple cross table. I have 3 columns, and the number of columns depends on the number of themes you're working with. And there are 2 rows, one for the audience-centered content and the other one is for your story-centered content. We're going to come up with content ideas for each of the categories, and I'm going to just show you an example of one idea per category, but you can write down as many as you need. Keep in mind that each idea should be used for several pieces of content and in different formats. For example, I have this idea in finding your social media style theme that is audience-centered. The idea sounds like what makes them, so those particular influencers, recognizable and how to do the same. I would create 2 to 4 reels. One could be a talking video where I show examples of some creators that are so easy to recognize. For example, Nara Smith, Beck Stewart, Emily McDonald. Another would be a B-roll with a voiceover about how to become unforgettable on social media. One more could be a green screen with an analysis of one of these creators, and I'd also create at least one carousel and bring this subject up in stories a couple of times. So you see the drill, you need to use your ideas to their full potential. A little side note in here, to make your life easier this fall, I'd recommend picking 3 to 4 formats you want to focus on and stick to them. It does sound limiting, and I felt a lot of resistance the first time I learned about this, but it's going to allow you to actually master those formats and become recognizable for the way you show up. Now let's get to the most important part, and you better not bail on me over here. It's all been nice and fun, but now it's game time. By now you have everything you need. You have your branding, you have your platforms, you have your content plan, you have your strategy. Everything is there for you to actually start creating and posting content. And there is something important I want you to remember this fall. Social media does not have to take over your life. I'm saying this as somebody who has actually allowed that once, and it's not the way to go. You don't need to post every single day, and you don't need to be perfect. What matters is consistency you can maintain long term. I repeat, consistency you can maintain long term. If you build your vision, create a simple strategy, and plan your content, you will not only grow on social media, you will also enjoy the process without burning out. So a big no to paralysis by analysis, to being stuck in the planning and strategy phases. Done is better than perfect. Commit to posting 10 pieces of content a month if you can do more. Batch, film, and edit and simplify everything you can, because done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect. And that's your plan to starting to post consistently this fall. If this episode helped you, please let me know in the comments and share with a friend that is ready to grow on socials. And if you want me to go deeper into branding or content planning or defining your target audience, let me know and I will make it happen. Or if you want a template to create your quarterly strategy, I can also do that. And don't forget to subscribe so we can keep co-working together. Bye!